Quick work. I hope not. But yeah, it's.
Why not, Launders? Why not? What do you got against Eternal Fire winning fast?
I'm from North America, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
What am I? Chopped liver?
I don't know. Are you?
No. Flank steak.
You're flank steak. Not a great cut.
Oh, I'll take it.
That's all you'll get. Good thing you picked flank, so I won't take that from you. Prime rib, I'd take that from you.
JT into dark. Well, that one's free.
Okay.
And that one's freer. And that one's freer.
Turn away from
JT into the 3K. Major's going to bring it back with 2.
And they now think it's a B hit, obviously.
Little do they know, commitment on A. Ooh, nice shot from Nyx. That's walks it down.
So Elige leaving the team leaves more space for JT to become the new star player. Yeah,
that's how it's always going to work.
Right, it wasn't Grim. It wasn't Grim.
I remember, if I'm not mistaken, it was Katowice 2024. Had a chat with JT after they had been eliminated, cut shy of the playoffs. Caught him in the hotel lobby when he was on a bit of truth serum. I said, nice. JT, man, what's going on? I know, tough loss today.
Wait, he's a kid? Oh, wait, they're no, not like this, guys.
You're kidding.
They're super far away from this. Does he have enough time to defuse? Oh, okay, never mind. Didn't see Halsert there. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, all good.
That was scary.
The smoke went a little. Oh, the smoke was too far.
If only he'd put it on the bomb, maybe things get weirder. I said, JT, what do you need, man? What's going to take you guys to the next level? You played great today. You came up short.
Yeah.
You impressed us, but what do you need? And he said, I need to stop playing with all these North American noobs.
Well, here's 2 more.
Yep. Right back at it. Now he is the head of building up this system. It's one of the rosters that doesn't inject European talent into it. We just had Wild Card as a prime example.
Classic logo as well.
Yes,
Jersey brought back. It's a welcome sight.
Oh, I am all for Jason Lake putting faith in North America. And I'm all for JT having faith in it, because clearly he is still the captain of this team alongside TC.
Yeah, like even M80 finding Lake.
Yeah, no.
Talents is awesome. There was a lot of stuff that happened this offseason that people never know about, but that happens every offseason. But definitely some stuff with complexity and nouns and some other NA teams sort of scouting and figuring out who was going to join who. So a lot of deals fall through.
Also, a couple organizations rumored to be entering the scene as well.
Yeah.
That's kind of, even within the teams you've mentioned, pulled players out of other projects.
Oh, we're going to get EG back?
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
Goodness. See ya.
Came back would be fun. Just don't buy 5 teams.
Yeah. And maybe pay them an amount of money you can afford. Ooh, membrane keyboard. One of the few rare gamers.
Is that a membrane keyboard? So that's the. Are you
Flat
sure
keys.
it is? Flat keys? Okay.
That's what I call a membrane keyboard.
I mean, there were. Okay. There's a couple of KZ players from 1.6, and in CS:GO and CS2, they still use membrane, but there's like 2 or 3.
Yeah. Complexity convert with the pistol. We get this MP9 buy, man. We've been seeing this from Eternal Fire. Just emphasizing MP9s, jumping Grim Mac 10.
Why didn't he stop jumping?
Because it's Grim. He's flying to the sky. Wacadian fast on the flank. MP9 at this distance will soon not work. But for now, we play on the previous patch.
And they try to bully their way through that, but they kind of underrated the aim from Complexity, and they had good guns from a distance too. So
where are you going?
Major's all alone. It's a Tour de France.
And back to B again. Man, Complexity haven't moved a muscle.
We got the perfect cinematic for this.
This is why live cinematic observing is actually incredibly important. Never underrate it. Perfectly timed. Perfectly timed.
I mean,
if he keeps going. Now he's giving up a little bit of space. They're going to be inside of the B site, but he's going to make that move. Still, the reposition's good, man. Would you be surprised if this catches Complexity off?
I would be a little bit.
He's going to walk right out. There's one player on site. He's got to find the second. Find the second. Doesn't clear close left. Hulzerk able to put an end to him. If he even takes the shot without stepping forward, then Hulzerk's got to come get him. He's unfortunately just of two worlds. You know, he pushed in to look for the second one and then shot the bomb planter. If he pushes in and clears left and then deals with the plant.
Oh, it's just a hard position to find him in. But Eternal Fire definitely overcooked this one a little bit. They could have held him into the B site. What Major was standing there waiting, but his teammates on the flank both try to rush to make sure to get the kills. And well, Complexity's aim looked great that round.
I liked that all-in MP9 round 3 buy. Still, you know, we get full guns in the follow-up. Fun little tactic Eternal Fire been trying to weaponize as of late. Grim on the entry, denied by Joda. Fast replacement of a player on jail, though. Man advantage for Complexity, soaked up by Xantares. Unable to finish the little health, and as he tries to go back through, well done 60. 25 health. They go for the double smoke. A little rattled, frazzled, and a pushed out on plat. Oh, he's got this. He's got this perhaps. But Nyx has got other ideas, and between Nyx getting his and 60 getting the kill on the player back temple, Complexity banking on the new boys to put this fourth one on the board.
Good shit, guys. Good trade.
That's awesome, man. I have a lot of faith in their talent, or at least their potential, for sure. And Nyx I was most surprised with how not nervous he looked when they played their first match. So I think 60's the one where I'm like, all right, he's like more of a known quantity in terms of like potential, but people weren't really willing to give him a chance. And I think this is this is the best chance you could possibly get to prove it in NA. I mean, even Hulzerk, you can't name 5 guys more North American than Hulzerk.
Yeah, jumping shot from Xantares, going to deal with 60. Down goes the door control. Hulzerk looking for the CT
Got good timing
off.
here.
And he gets Joda in the backdrop.
It's
Doesn't
possible they
know.
still look at this, though, yeah.
Yeah, they will try to clear him out. Oh, the MP9 hangs on. Xantares gets another, and the flank
Bro, the
off of the
MP9.
bridge. Made easy.
The MP9s, I mean, Eternal Fire as well, they will literally go full force MP9. No armor. We saw them do that 2 rounds at the Bounty. They are using this gun to its maximum potential.
Get it while it's hot. Cooled off for the second stage of Katowice.
Kind of, but not in any of the situations we've seen. There's still, like, we saw Xantares just go for just double jumping with the MP9.
Right.
I think we saw Grim do it with a MAC-10. You guys have their similarities.
Yeah, crouching accuracy to be nerfed. Which I think will help with some of the moments, like when we see them taking duels outside nuke with an MP9.
Yeah, just the long-range ones where they're trying to burst down someone from extreme distances.
Which I think is like a great thing to nerf first.
Yeah, that's true.
And then we'll continue the conversation. You know, if there's going to be an openness, a dialogue to...
There is, like, if you over-nerf and then the gun doesn't get used anymore, then
Yeah.
your stats are skewed on it anyway, so, yeah, fair enough.
I just hope it's not one of those things where it's like the Negev, which it's like, guys, we're going to make it $1,700 for a little while. And here we are 4 years later.
But it's actually fine. Like, people aren't buying it.
I know, but with this one, like, I just hope more changes are still a possibility. Like,
Right.
they don't, no one's under the assumption it's just fixed.
That's true. Save a little.
Nothing wrong with a work in progress.
Maybe we should start buying that.
Yeah, Kicksend does.
That fire sale never...
What?
Oh, no. What? Right in the middle of the round?
Mine does for this too. Wait, I can't. You're muted.
Okay. If you didn't notice, that was a little tech issue.
Oh, somebody earned tactical nuke. 25 kill streak.
Just end the round. One free round.
One free round.
Open up the sky.
Joker card. Is that a new Valorant ability?
Dogs. They released the dogs.
AC 130 inbound.
Yeah. Well, at least I have no idea who's going to win that round.
You'll never know.
I'll never. No one will.
You'll never know. This is when we need to pull out the Men in Black memory wiper.
What sound does it make?
I can't really remember.
It's kind of just sounds like a flashbang.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I could feel that.
I
Right.
just always really resonated with those little lizard aliens.
You did, like in the sense of
Yeah, we have the same build.
built like a lizard alien from Men in Black.
You know the ones.
I'd be Will Smith.
They hang out in groups of 6. Looks like the talent green room.
So I'm the funny one.
All right. Back to the action, because Complexity are indeed beating Eternal Fire 4-1 right now. Your eyes do not deceive you. You never saw a round reset.
At least they're going to try the same thing again. This time, but make it good.
Oh, that good enough for you?
Yeah. Voxic was waiting for that. Had to be a pre-fire.
Santerra's going to turn away the mid plate. Sixie's not been having too much fun over there, man. The pressure's been up. The resistance is in position. Time and time again. But he'll keep dancing with Xanterras, a well-armed Xanterras.
Crazy. This going back to A.
Yeah,
Katie is only
in great position. They've let this go unchecked. Xanterras going to draw them. They wanted to hone in on the camera player. It's a one and done. JT peels away from it, bringing that bomb back over to the B site. Double kill from Halzerk now.
shooting hot.
And Madger able to just slide up along the temple bricks. Bomb in tow on Dark. Smoke actually gives Madger a chance to get past the long player, and that almost lined up bodies for him. Halzerk barely standing at the moment, but it's a disengagement here from Xanterras, and Complexity rock that boat back. The bomb all the way from being solo A into the B site, thanks to Halzerk off the double entry, and Complexity go up 5-1.
We're going to watch that again because Voxic's on a fine angle for, like, you know, somebody peeking into it, but I swear Halzerk has to quite literally pre-fire. It's not that it's a hard pre-fire, it's just that he knows he has to do it. Because otherwise, Voxic's quick. Solid start for Halzerk, 7-2.
You take those.
Terrorists win.
Well, yeah, I ran away. Like they knew I ran, so it's. Yeah. Can I get an AK?
Oh, wasn't even. Oh, wow, it's a flick.
If we get the second one as well. Yeah, nice. Thought Madger had been given a space to reposition and cause some real problems, but he deals damage, just not death. Well, Eternal Fire off to a quieter start, Mohan, to an Anubis map. Not too used to this one.
Definitely not. But we are used to comebacks.
It's just that comeback that they were able to post. I suppose, you know, it was the different half. They were on the CT side when they went 9-3 versus Spirit.
True. That won't be happening again.
JT and Halzerk, the longer-standing members of Complexity, piecing it together at the start of this best of three.
Gotta be careful, man. Everyone's super motivated beginning Kato. Oh, another find for Halzerk.
Nice. Oh. Yeah, he's gonna stay locked in on that temple, but a jump up and over.
That Nate's... Nate didn't do anything? Huh. Madger jumped out of it. But right now, B is still ripe for the taking. There's only Madger here. However, the bomb starts to circle back. Man, a really heavy lean here from Eternal Fire. Holding passively in camera, but with Nyx walking up on the outside, you think maybe they actually do split this direction. This could be a very profitable split. And Xantares gets his first kill. However, traded back. But surely Complexity know now that they... Oh, I guess they wouldn't know they rotated. Whoa, Nyx did. He didn't see it. Oh my gosh, that's the second time Wacadia's
position,
just been able to sit up there.
Just sitting there, no utility pressure, nothing. But, you know, the same round as they rotate into the B site. Madger, well done.
That smoke goes way too deep.
Catching JT like that, keeping man advantage in the Eternal Fire camp's hands. Slow burn flank, eventually going to be put in position by Wacadia. I like that Halzer tries to get off-site, goes a little deeper here. Smoke soon to fade. It's him and Grim. Right, if there are stars left on Cole, it's them. But Grim loses his opper, tries to reposition out from Pillar. Eventually that dark push will come through, and that's going to be the end of Grim. Distractions, but or is it? Turns back.
God.
Oh, nice snap down to Wacadia. Good positioning on the Pillar to try to section off 1v1s, but it's just not enough. Great effort.
Yeah, if he got one more kill, then that would actually have been really hard to get him off that Pillar. So good at playing around the sound there, but that's a couple of mistakes here for Complexity. Walking into the A site, into Wacadia again, who has no smoke, waiting on the Pillar for that exact play. And this is a moment where you have a trade back from Halzer. He's pretty much been getting all the key kills this game. But that smoke going too deep allows him out. So just small things that Eternal Fire are using against them, but you can see how quickly that can make an impact. We've got Grim and JT on Tech 9s.
Yeah, money drying up's not ideal. Bomb at the back of this tip of the spear in Grim. 3 defenders in position out of the gate for the B defense. Ooh, Flash finds its home though. Xantares full white. They lose Madger. Tech 9 rush into the close proximity.
Wow.
It is 3 kills from Tech 9s. And with it, the B site falls despite the 3-player stack. That flashbang was so perfect that the boost couldn't help Madger. He takes a shot to the back of the head.
We do see great moments from Eternal Fire in these situations. They won so many retakes versus Spirit on their CT side. Got to be very sharp.
There's one. JT taking off of that back plat. T's give up a lot of space for the bomb site itself. We've still got some util to be thrown out. Woxic's got his smoke, now thrown, or in a moment, on top of the bomb. Dark player, will he get frazzled? Spram coming out from long. Nyx is going to find Woxic. That's going to cause a desperate moment here for Wacadia, and both will falter from each side of the bomb site. It's held. Complexity, 6-2.
Man, leave it to JT to come up with a half-buy rush like that. It's a perfect flashes, great execution behind it, and everyone hit their shots. Eternal Fire definitely looking a little fragile at the moment. But you said it was going to be an easy day for Eternal Fire, Connor.
I did. I said it. I said it out loud. I said it for everybody to hear. The hell do I know?
To America, my friend.
My Eternal Fire predictions were so good last week.
That's true.
I predicted them correctly every step of the way up until the loss, which I jumped off the hype train at the perfect moment.
Yeah.
I got out of there with the bag, Launders, and I destroyed Pimp on an analyst desk.
I mean, Pimp's the reason they lost. He picked him to win the final.
Destroyed him.
I think you should receive tons of hate for that prediction.
I think he did. Back at it, Eternal Fire. What do you got? Feels like the mid play more often than not has just kind of turned 60 away, but the fact that he's got support behind him, 2 other players on the doorway, Halzer's off honed in, and he just gets the straight up duel 1 back versus Xantares. That's going to feel good.
Big revenge.
Xantares has been taking him down more often than not. Wacadia, fully blind. That is an easy entry in from Grim, but Yeesh, doesn't get the kill. And Woxic off of the fountain water is going to be able to hold this line fire at his feet into the repeat. Missed shot from him, and we go 3v2. CT's hanging on. Nyx is going to clear Wicadia, and that heaven position unrevealed as both teams just take a breather.
And Nyx is still close by. Oh, Major makes so much noise. I mean, Nyx obviously hears this now, and that can give him some space to get back to his teammates, but they can reset into any type of mid-round. Jota's about to, it looks like, peek in the dark, but Halzerk makes a lot of noise himself. And they seem rushed for some reason.
Ooh, Nyx, no trade.
Why are they so rushed?
I don't know.
There's still 40 seconds left in that moment.
Hadi. Süpersin o Samet.
Hoping that the CTs would be grouped, but
Why do you think they were rushing?
inexperience.
Okay.
They probably also, like, Halzerk had enough time to even go all the way back to B main, so I guess they were assuming that the CTs were grouped up for an A retake first instead of split 1-1. But you got a clock, use it.
Time is a resource, just like utilities and ammo. Easy first one for Woxic. The pack comes at him, and as you'd assume, Tech9 gets through him eventually. Wicadia keeps his head down for an extra second. That's going to put Nyx's guard down, and the pistols get cleaned up. We've got the recovery coming forth from Eternal Fire. 2 rounds the difference now.
Mm-hmm. Interested to see how the rest of this half plays out with Sixy and Xanteris going head-to-head in middle. Woxic and Wicadia getting so much value out of that position.
Yeah. Maybe too much.
I mean, yeah. You can always molly it.
Ramp Nades finds nothing. A boost, little variation on it. Feels like Wicadia heard
lucky.
something Woxic didn't.
Gotta appreciate that, like, they've been so persistent about grabbing the space fast, and someone's about to turn the corner.
It's a good walk out there.
Sixy gets through.
Timing.
They can't be clearing this now because it looks like it's being held.
Long gets held onto. Sixy catching them off guard. Smoke the feet. Oh, Woxic puts an op shot into his gut to maintain man advantage. Mid is smoked off, so Woxic knows that they are coming at him from above, but held by Xanteris. That's a quick reposition from Xanteris around from CT spawn.
They had to go back and get the bomb, so the attack got a little disjointed.
Ouch. Not ideal. As we get the waning moments of the first half, Grim gets shut out by Jota, who can then free himself up to go anchor B in case GT gets up to some wild antics. But it's a 1v4 from the South African with no utility and 61 health. Defense stays majority here on A. And Woxic. MVP of this one, his 2 shots really maintaining the bomb site. That critical shot on Sixy up close.
See if this ends up being a warm-up half for Eternal Fire to get back together. But I've been liking the set plays out of Complexity. I've been liking the flashbangs. I've been liking some of the mid takes, some of the mid rounding, late rounding stuff. It doesn't look like super organized, but that makes sense. JT in the interview obviously earlier said you gotta have expectations only so high with brand new players.
Yeah, 2 rookies.
Yeah, 2 rookies. Yeah.
Ooh,
A shot.
Hit him with the dink. But, you know, these are the kinds of rounds that Complexity have been able to pull out of the hat. These close Tech9 rushes into the B hit. Bunch of grenades coming out from the defenders. Peek off Major and Jota. And that's 3 easy pickups. The other 2 exiting out from dark. Major doing a good job of wrapping around the obelisk to clean up house. 6-round half, not that bad considering the Complexity 5-1 start. Feeling real good for North America. Up 5-1, had the Eternal Fire economy on the ropes. The Tech 9 rushes were finding that B defense off guard, but the recovery, Launders, the recovery from Eternal Fire. They stoked the ember into the smallest of flames. And by the end of that half, it looks like they have ignited into the full-blown comeback. We'll see. We'll see. It is their T-side up next. A T-side that struggled versus Spirit, but one that could still push complexity out of the server.
We have a lot of interviews that say, oh, we play this game with no pressure, and, you know, but sometimes it's just tier 1 players lying. But if Complexity said that about this game, I totally understand. They're just, you know, they're putting in their foundation blocks right now.
In progress.
In progress, yeah. And they already did some very good stuff and hit some clean shots as well.
Look at this. They're not playing the A site, Mohan.
Gonna test that JT retake.
With no kit.
No kit, actually. Wait, that's a crazy setup to play with no kit. Oh, and they don't even know because they haven't heard anything yet that it's the other side of the map. Guys? What? Excuse me?
In progress.
No. They're actually saving?
No, it's just in progress.
They were literally playing to save if it was the other site? I'm sorry, what?
They just really thought it was going to come to B site.
No pressure.
No pressure. In progress.
I would love to know what happened this round.
Sure.
That there's no someone inexperienced might watch this and go, yeah, they, you know, this is all part of the plan. No, it's not. It's not part of the plan.
Part of the process.
They made some real big mistake just now because you can play like a vacant site, but you have to be ready to retake in some way. And you can also still retake without the kit. It just depends on the tempo of your retake and where people are when it starts. But in this round, they didn't have anybody to even call an audible on the other side of the map, so they had no idea until after the bomb went down. Somebody did something wrong somewhere.
JT and TC will figure it out. But it's a pistol for Eternal Fire, so for the first time in this map, EF in the lead. And I have a hunch they might.
But to be fair, like Complexity didn't even try that round, so it's not a real lead.
You're going to take all the credit away?
We got 4 MP9s here. What else do you need?
Still a couple pieces of util between JT and Nyx. Mid hit, led by Xantares. Dominated mid on the defense. And it looks like it's going to be him versus Sixy again. As cameras being held by the double MP9, we see that tempo rotation starting to get into position. Sixy gets the jump on Xantares, can't manage the frag, and the support system in place to keep all 5 Eternal Fire players alive for now. Open door, of course, for Bomb to push out a main. They jostle it back one player and join up through the camera split. So Eternal Fire, yeah, if Halzerk's able to get the shot, then maybe, just maybe. But it looks like Complexity will retreat and retract back to another save.
If it's the A site, take it and go. But for real, good adjustment there from Xantares. Thinks he had a good peek on him from camera. I think I said Nixie. Sixy? Nyx.
I keep thinking like Stevie Nicks. No.
Okay, yeah.
That's not it. Is it?
She's beautiful.
Yeah, Stevie Nicks.
Can, A kontak yapalım canım bu round. Adamlar 2 tane force scout da var, vurursun bence bunu.
There's something there.
Sometimes I go on I have my Fleetwood Mac, like
Skeetwood Mac?
a 4-month streak of just Fleetwood Mac. Then I go back to Men I Trust.
Hey, dude. Man of class.
Montreal's finest.
You're too kind. Bagels, Arcteryx, and Men in Trust. Men I Trust.
Men in Black.
Because we exactly. Fresh on my mind. Agent K. Agent X. Santares on the attack. Yeah. Gonna make it a little awkward as the pistols get flashed. Halzer trying to keep that scout from the last round in the action. Not bad, not bad. JT swinging out from camera, and they almost had something going, but it's a good recovery as Eternal Fire keep their heads up. And poor Grim. This ain't the most clutchable position he's ever been in.
It's so funny because the last two Eternal Fire maps they played on Anubis, it was like B-site, B-site, B-site, B-site, B-site, B-site. A-site.
Yep.
But this game, it's just been A-site, A-site, A-site. So let's see what the genius Madger does next. Clearly the right game plan. Complexity not expecting it at all, especially on pistol.
Yeah, so outplayed in that regard. Oh?
Wait a second.
No kit, no kit.
Oh, no kit. Madger just peacefully reloading here. Make him scared.
Yeah. Trying to rack up a price tag with it.
Çak baba. Çak.
Should be okay.
They did both survive. For the record, they both survived for the record. I am in the server, and I am confirming.
We're talking about 7 straight here for Eternal Fire.
Yeah, a little slow to get it kicked off, but you know, that early momentum from Complexity was aided and assisted by a couple of Tech 9 rushes as well. Money wasn't there for Eternal Fire. Once they started winning rounds, they have not looked back. Bomb has been left outside of the B site, supported by that utility that's now trickling in from Madger. The smoke here. Throws him for a bit of a loop, doesn't it? Again, it's the right amount of pieces in the right position. This is that B play they've been anticipating. You said it, what's up next? That consistency at A. Molotov behind the pillar is going to cause a bit of discomfort here for the Dark players. Madger finds one. Grim's able to peel back. He'll hang on to behind Obelisk. He's got the jail support that could still catch T's off guard, if not for that clear from Santares. Plenty of time as well, but they try to hammer through.
They still have E-Box, so if they come up this way, they're still fine. That was such a key kill that was just took place, and now the plant is almost certainly secured. No utility to slow this down right now just yet. Halzer's got just a flash,
a nade of some kind. He's moving forward with it. Looks like Nyx has 2 smokes, which is pretty crazy, and Halzer keeps it clean with the trade frag. Madger and Santares both behind Dark. Oh, taken off as he tries to jump into it. Halzer also bested. That's all they need to do. Take the monster off the leash. Let Santares go.
Money, money, money. Yeah, that was the first kill was the most important. I mean, obviously they could lose if he doesn't close, but the one to open up the site.
No, sen Molotov B at, sonra üzerime smoke getir. Burada aynı yerde.
Right now, Eternal Fire are a team that just have layers. They have the individual potential. They have the veterans. They have the experience. And they have really well-developed maps now. So, oh, what a shot, man. What a shot. He did catch a glimpse. Don't believe that kill feed.
Saw a little something, something. Obviously not the best weapons to be taking these long-run fight from, so it's a 1 and a runaway.
They're just totally avoiding him at every turn. It's been a pacifist half attacking this A site, man. Oh my gosh.
Wow,
that's
dude.
Unbelievable timing.
Isn't it? That's gross.
That is beyond unbelievable timing.
That's pretty gross. And Grim crosses bridge but doesn't check it because JT just did. So that's a double whammy. Oh, that's rough. That's really rough. Just cleared bridge.
I'm also just noticing so many more MP9 buys.
Yeah.
Just period. Everyone just going for it. Get them while they're hot, you know?
Golden era is coming to an end, you know?
Yeah.
But again, it shouldn't be too big of a nerf. I think the question is just like how many more people are going to buy FAMASes.
Yeah,
It's
man.
still 1950, dude. 1950 is pretty expensive.
But they adjusted the spray, right?
Yeah, the accuracy.
Yeah, so that might be two solid changes. Like, I'm going to be interested.
Yeah.
I might put down the Scout.
I highly doubt that, but I'll believe, you know, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
If I was playing like official important matches, I would put down the Scout.
I think I'd be curious to see how the accuracy changes also affect the burst fire specifically. I mean, the update's out. We just came out last night once we went to bed, so get me out of here and I'll go launch Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Form an opinion. Ooh.
Okay, another bout of Canal's control here for Complexity to stave off. Map point. It's been a dry spell for them.
Yeah, 9 rounds straight at the moment. 5 on this T side alone. Madger doubles back. Oh, just
so
saw JT's
clean.
arm, but I like that it comes tethered alongside the A main push from Nyx. You lose your leader, but you got the trade frag at least.
Oh no, not my leader.
Oh no.
Man, it's a lot of movement. Okay, but it's like they're gonna go into a bunch of T's waiting. No flash as well. Oh, the flash is
a little late.
What? Where did the flash even land?
I don't know. Halzer, he gets 2 assists off that, but definitely could have been way worse. Thing is, open base site and the bomb, and he heard that run.
Yeah.
He would have heard that run to CT spawn, so he knows he's still got timing.
I think he should he could just beat him there. Oh, maybe not actually.
Little late.
Oh, such a clean peek.
He didn't beat him there, but he still beat him. That much for damn sure. Now you've got Xanterras running in with the bomb to try to put this into the post plant. Going to pop open the camera smoke. This will catch Wakadia off guard, but he jumps into cover in time. And there's still time on the smoke. There's a gift for you, Halzer. You like that?
A little coal in your stocking.
Huh? Fragmentation to the kneecaps. And obviously now the second position of the other CT has been revealed. The 60 goes in for that incendiary, and as he throws more nades, gets caught out by Wakadia. Now it's just about saving this AWP, trying to save anything that could maybe get Complexity a singular CT round win, because with this, it's 6 straight Eternal Fire, 6 map points. Queued up.
Yeah. On the CT side here, it's it's looking just a little bit abusable. It's like disjointed a touch. The rotations are a little too easily influenced. That we haven't even gotten to the genius level T-side tactics out of Eternal Fire, because their early round is looking so strong. Their late round options are kind of clear as day. But there was a nice lurk there from Wakadia at least. It's just that you have to wonder why Nyx rotated around that way in the first place. I wonder if there was weird comms.
Ooh, I was wondering who breaks first.
You got to break to the coach.
Yeah, it's true. Coach
But also,
over
like, how do you not have a system at this point?
I like to change it up too every once in a while.
Yeah. Never let them know you next move.
Yeah, exactly. You ever just throw out the jazz hands?
Dodge a wrench.
You can dodge a ball. Dodge traffic?
Dodge traffic.
Dodge a ball.
Dodge a ball.
Dip, dive, duck, dodge.
Something doorknob.
Halzer ahead of the smoke, looking for anything, but Xanterras, kind of nasty.
That was a crazy thing to see, I feel like, if you're scoped in that spot.
Yeah, kind of nasty Xanterras. 16 kills, 7 deaths. Eternal Fire have not skipped a beat since this T-side started. Individual level is just simply better.
I think Nyx should probably get some more control over an A main. Just more information I feel like is lacking for Complexity right now.
Ooh, Xanterra's gonna double down here in what could be the final round. He almost tracks in for a third. They're gonna pop that smoke. Grimm's got game repositioned away with all those nades flying around him. Flashbang's gonna find the rotator. Grim catches them off guard with the corner peek. Double kill. They kind of lost track of him, and Sixy comes out with the op shot to shut down Xantares. Now we've got Woxic on the pillar. Double kills clean. Temple retake already out. This timing could catch him off. Sixy landed one shot, but with the whiff of the second,
Oh, not again.
it could very well cost him. Woxic's not going to miss. 3 kills from Woxic in the post plant. Eternal Fire make pulled pork of this complexity attempt in the second half. That is a flawless T-side, folks. Not today. Train up next.
Was one of the best Train players. He has my favorite 1v4 of all time on Train versus Astralis at Katowice. Everybody go on YouTube and watch that right now. Sorry,
It's okay.
that just bugged me because you didn't mention Floppy,
Bring it in.
and that just made me remember
You're right.
the good old days.
You're absolutely right.
So,
We'll get back to the other point. Or not. Xantares. Yeah. Gonna let it rip with the triple kill off the dual Berettas. You got a man stuck on the E-box. Easy. Peasy.
when we saw Complexity play versus...
Squeeze my lemons. Go on.
Where are the...
Versene Benetton'a can.
When we saw them play versus Virtus Pro, it was kind of like 5 rounds on each side. First half was a bit more impressive because they lost the pistol conversion. Then they won their 5 rounds, their T side. CT side was like in the beginning of the half. But as James mentioned, this is like their second go of it. It can be a curse to pick it. It might still be a smart move for Complexity to keep working on it as they're all brand new. But Eternal Fire, I think everybody's got to be, everyone's playing Train. They got to be ready for it.
Yeah, 100%. And
Could
Complexity,
be their insta-ban.
this was the other point I didn't quite get to, but Complexity are the perfect first opposition because this is a weak Complexity. I'm just going to be blunt. It's a weak Complexity with players that aren't stepping into this caliber just yet. You're playing a very successful Eternal Fire as of the start of the year. And so why not get your first official rep in right here, right now? As I say that, they lose the bomb site to the Force Buy, and now they're tasked with the retake. So it may not be flawless, but the retake's still inbound. Xantares starting to serve up a threat on the flank. That's good damage.
2 scout shots.
I was going to say, it really opens it up for Major's Berettas to finish it, but, well, there he goes, finding Grim's head. It's a bomb plant with Glocks, all things considered. I think Complexity should be content with it, but Eternal Fire with the pistol win and consequent conversion.
I'm prepared and excited to watch the evolution of a new map. It's about time that we've had that.
Yeah.
Vertigo went through radical changes throughout like its short history as a map being played, but Train's similar but more interesting because Train was a better map to kick off, and it was played for much longer. And the changes that have come in are pretty radical. Radical, dude. But in some ways, the map is still the same thing. Like, it's a long perimeter. It's kind of hard to get T-side control. People are still deciding what they want to use. And they're still the same places that you want to grab. It's just different approaches now. Like that fight in Pop, we're seeing so many people take that angle, just sit there the whole round on CT side, wait for the T to flank inner. But there are some people that like it. Nico talked about how he likes Pop. Like, most people, immediate reaction was like, no, I hate this.
Ooh, careful, careful. Careful. I'm going to have to wait it out. I think the perfect evolution of this already, the one significant change we've had on Train since it was actually re-released was just changing the T-side timings. Not allowing the fight to occur behind the red train, but now rather more the fight inside T-Con. Opens up the door for aggressive CT plays.
Yeah. And I think Vitality did it best, and Eternal Fire doing it here, where they're smoking T-Con but not playing inside of it, because it's still too easy to get back.
Yeah. Ooh, little jump spot out from Pop Dog. Cadia feeling the pressure here as he plays between 2 smoke grenades. Nice little routing for Grim. Open path towards E-Box. Xantares looking at exactly that gap. Bodies coming at him in droves. Ooh, and JT's got a double kill entry. Woxic finds Nyx out on the B site, but that bomb is going to be planted on Z side A site.
A T flank.
Love it from Ivy. Madger strikes one down, but do they really want to run this risk? It's so difficult for Woxic to take back Z control. He holds icon push, and
there's actually a thing where it's like Woxic would probably they'd be scared to push into Z because of Woxic, but JT's already comfy. Those are solid entries. They just waited for their time. Like they were smoked out team main, they were smoked out at ladder, and they decided to just go out after the fact. Lots of time to do it. I think so far, a mix of what Spirit showed us on this map and what Vitality showed us on the map are my favorites. Rob's playing Inner, and the way that Spirit played in Pop, I think, were the two most interesting things.
Circles? Yeah. 50 and 40. I did 36 with my nade, yeah.
I will never romanticize the problems of ladder and how it looked before, where, you know, it got to the point where you were going halfway down the ladder, check someone's there, throwing 2 mollies down on both the outside and inside of ladder, dropping down with fake flashes and even decoys.
Very awkward.
Double dropping on people like it's Super Mario, and it was messy, man. It wasn't that tactical. It was just crazy.
Yep. Ooh, early damage here for 60 to deal with. Good spam into Woxic, however. Flashbang burns out, and Jonah, well, he set up the E-Box peak for Wicadia. Xantera's on the back line with the double kill. Deagle gets a third, and what was looking like a strong exit from Complexity has suddenly lost its steam.
Halzer could save this round. He knows where Wicadia is. Nice. He grabs that.
Back to the 2v2. Here comes that Pop Dog flank. Opper on it. Halzerk, you said he could save the day. He's in the process of doing so. As many kills as Xanteras has, who takes to the top of train.
It's interesting to play on this part of the train. Oh, Halzerk.
Ooh, that's Halzerk with a third kill, you'd think. Yes, sir, queued up, and he won't whiff a single shot in that sequence. The Norwegian Opper puts down Eternal Fire as they thought that force buy would pan out.
That was an excellent approach around Sandwich for the first of 3. And after these 2 frags, it looked like it was almost done. Yell at him, 60. Do it. Yeah. Donk would be yelling at him.
That's a booming North American shout out right there, dude. Nothing European about that.
Try a middle finger, 60.
Oh, Woxic's got a back turn, but Grim's wary of it. There's no resistance being offered by Eternal Fire here. Nothing to work with, and so nothing to pull off. Bomb plant, and Complexity starting to find their groove with these outer hits, I would say, Launders.
Definitely. Yeah, scaling looks good. It's good. JT he kind of can set himself up for entries. Like, he's so good on the way that they path. Always known for his flashes. Well, for the first 6 rounds of last map, they had you sweating, Connor.
That's true. That they did. Eternal Fire kicked it up. I think it's actually great that we then throw to that interview. That was a pre-match interview that James Banks had recorded where, you know, he brings up the comebacks that Eternal Fire had been banking on last week. Oh, no. And what do you know? First map of Katowice, and it's a 6-0 comeback again, or 6-1. So it's funny that, again, they have to tap into that. It's a nice tool to have in the toolbox when needed. Obviously not something you want to start every single series with, but they pulled it off, and it's looking like they might need to do it again. Yeah, this gun round doesn't work.
Showed an awful lot of resilience on both, just comebacks and retakes for 2 hard situations to be in. Comebacks are kind of like mini retakes.
Ooh, Halzerk.
Other way around. Nice one, Halzerk.
Yeah, and then instantly posts on the Z rotate. 60 takes a deeper line, and in a gun round, Complexity taking it to them real quick. I mean, to be fair, Jota has been a little bit one-dimensional, I think, with that ramp shoulder peeking. It's not the first time. In fact, we were watching Nyx kind of make contact and flush Jota off. I mean, you put an op on it, you just need the one shot, clearly. And it's a round that comes with it. So nice to read an adaptation to put Halzerk into the front of this push and win yet another round for Complexity's T side.
Everybody thinks they're ROPs, you know what I mean? It's actually a really important skill to be good at shoulder peeking, and especially in spots like that. you know, it's like the guy who jump spots B a little lazy on Mirage. They will lose you a game every once in a while if they're really too lazy about it. You know, Rops, Cold Zera, Flamesy when he played B-side Inferno, very good shoulder peaks. And if they're not good, they won't be viable in tier 1, man. People are too fast, and their pre-aims will be too good. I think also Rops is standing on... He's not standing on the ramp, I think, when he spots, and he can just barely see your foot on the lower part of the upper.
Okay.
And so he doesn't get full information, but it's way
I
safer.
don't remember his angle exactly.
Yeah, I have to look at it again and see how Jota will try it this time. I thought he was standing on the front side of the train.
On Thomas.
Yes, Thomas.
Right here. The big boy in blue and red.
Maybe not. It's too far up. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, Woxic.
Alzerk, how'd he do that?
Got killed inside an Icon. Feels like a dirty little angle.
They immediately walk it back. There hasn't been much Ivy love. It's just a lot of T-Con, a lot of inner. Maybe Ivy's a waste of time. It's always been hard.
Yeah. It's almost kind of always felt like an afterthought. You know the whole Dust 2 story about how like Long was just created because it's a...
They ran out of things that they didn't know what to put, literally.
If you were to tell me Ivy on Train was the same thing, I'd be like, yeah, makes sense. But here we'll see the full-blown B execute. Xantera is running into the site, flustered by a Molotov, and then hit by the flashbang as he falls back. He runs around that entire bomb site. Jota, he'll find his one. Wikadia's dead. They don't know about Xanteres. Oh, they don't know about him, and so he's down beneath it. Bomb will not be denied. We've got a player straight above Xanteres. Good clear from Nyx as he's looking for Jota now. Knows there's somebody else back there. We get the Z flank coming out of Graham, well-timed, and that should suck the life out of this retake, you'd think. But Jota's still got cover, and he offers his back up to Halzerk. Complexity 5 on a T side straight.
Really good. And Jota's obviously just trying to change it up now. It's the other spot that... I mean, I'm not going to call every position Rops because these are going to be the two most common ways to play him. But I wouldn't be surprised if Rops ends up being one of the best at them. But yeah, this position up here is real nice. I think you pointed out a round where it's like Flamesy could, ran all the way along oil.
Yes.
And it's actually too scary to peek down because you're totally exposed to the whole site. So it has some gaps. You can also watch upper if someone comes to post up on Z. So you have to coordinate with your team on that.
Been calling it oil plat. Been calling it heaven. Been calling
Why don't you name it after you?
Been calling it that spot. That spot.
Up there, up there.
Oh, up dog.
Up dog. That's gonna be your Ramsey. It's a name that's too good that never gets used.
Come on, guys, get it trending. Complexity trending upwards in the series.
And a little Ivy love. Love to see it.
Wrapping Ivy through Icon, smoking off Madger's rotation. He'll disrespect this. If he gets good timing, he could catch somebody off guard, but 60's watching the smoke push.
Bomb has been planted.
Oh.
Was never gonna happen.
Up dog, bro, that's genius.
Up dog is smart, man.
And if it doesn't catch in back B site, it could always be...
If there's like a yoga spot, you could have a down dog somewhere too.
Well, it could just be the little platform over in Pop Dog, Because I was thinking about how we should divide Pop Dog to different calls, right? Because now that it is that
like
long hallway...
Major grand final, like...
Because to me, Pop Dog is the entrance where the site actually is.
12-11.
And if you were calling somebody who was, back on the stairs, what would you call that? Shouldn't it deserve another call? I would call it Pop Steps. So you'd have Pop Dog, Pop Steps.
Step pop. Step pop, up dog. Downtown.
Clown Town. If somebody can find a good position for the up dog call. I'll give you half credit.
Oh, I thought you were going to put a cash value on that.
No.
I will mention your name once on broadcast and then give you credit for it for the rest of your life.
Whoa, I'm not on broadcast. On Twitter, I mean. Actually, I'll save the photo you send me, and then I'll block you, and then I'll claim to have done it myself.
That's the Don Hackey right there.
All right. Ooh, love that. Triple nades through the T-Con gap. Look at the damage that did. These A players softened up. 60 finds the Wicadia kill. Inside of the smoke, Grim has turned his back to Xantares, but he's not able to keep it clean enough. 60 on the triple kill. He's losing teammates around him, but he's doing some and then some. Woxic drawn to the smoke grenade. Awkward. It's fully exposed. 60, it's 3 kills. That's it. Nick's here to pick up a bit of slack and the bomb to come with it. They know that Woxic had just departed back over into Ivy. Now Icon to the B rotate needed. Quick sprint of that bomb plant. We're looking at a 7-2 scoreline here. Good thing they won that pistol, or it's Eternal Fire would have nothing in this second map. And
The utility is
this positioning over towards deep is all too easy.
man, complexity are fried. They've been waiting for train. They're probably so excited halfway through Anubis or like quarter way through Anubis. Like, man, we got train coming up.
Also
We're
looking
made improvements. Their aim looks so good on this map right now.
Yeah, it's looking even better than what we saw them play versus Virtus Pro, right? This isn't Complexity's first official on train, but it's their best official.
Damn.
That's an NA boom.
Let's go. That's 4 booms right there.
4 booms.
Boom.
I can't. I can't approve.
That's the Costco boy guy.
The world is crumbling around us. Like this brick wall.
Oh yeah. It's the Kool-Aid man for anyone who didn't know.
Thanks for clarifying.
I mean, not everyone watches Family Guy.
Acadia's nade kills JT. Of all the rounds, this is the one that's going to be... Or not. Was looking, wasn't it? Was looking like a little Eternal Fire success story, but Grim's got other ideas. 2 kills deep in response. He's holding 2 Molotovs, Launders. How do they keep doing that?
Well, I guess you have 2 hands.
That's true.
He's just a fire starter.
Did reignite their chances of winning this round.
So good at scaling outside safely. It's been just clean. Oh. That's a very smart boost. Josh actually... Oh, is that Molly going to hit him? He's committing, though. Anything for the plant. Plant early and plant often.
Ooh, nice flank here from Grim. He's going to get back behind them. And so the distraction served up from T-Con. Fantastic. Little contact back for Woxic. Just didn't feel comfortable enough. Had nobody anywhere to work with. And the streak keeps going.
I don't know what's going to stop him, man. Like, in terms of their raw aim outside, like, they clearly just look super comfortable. Their pre-aims on T-Con are sharp. It's just Eternal Fire just... They don't have anything that looks brand new. Like, we've seen a lot of evolution on this map. A lot of teams coming through with new ideas, but it actually doesn't feel like they've been focusing on it.
Was an unknown entity coming into this series. If the series had started with the Complexity map pick, we wouldn't have been talking as much smack as we were back on Anubis. They would have filled us with hope.
That was you.
That's true.
The 60 boom has to become a thing.
Eight rounds in a row. Jota still same spot. Drops a smoke grenade preemptively. It's a triple pop dog push. Blindsided by the pace of this one. Madger able to hang on for dear life as this attempt out from Complexity to just stampede their way into another round win comes to an abrupt halt. Not the most comfortable amount of HP left for half of Eternal Fire. Ooh, sneaky Xantares. 7 health. T-Con push through smoke.
Why not do something crazy on low HP?
Yeah, exactly,
It's
right?
interesting tempo here for Complexity. I mean, it's like round 11. They've been winning everything. Running all the way through pop just seems like it's just too far to do. But as we saw, Eternal Fire just focused on T-Con, playing on top of the trains casually. So, yeah, Eternal Fire definitely lacking some control when it comes to pop, when it comes to T-Con, when it comes to basically everything. They're playing really within their lines, you know, on the site and trying to play reactive, but that's exactly where Complexity want him. I think for sure setting up more flanks to inner with their CT side. There's already a lot of great utility out there that allows you to take control. Pushing inner, doing it with your pop players, and they really haven't even tried it. G2, Vitality, Spirit, they were all doing it.
Ooh. Grim just gonna run right through that fire. Oh, wow. Blinded, continues the spray down and gets the better of Wicadia. Frag grenade with Grim's name on it. Eternal Fire fighting tooth and nail to get 2 rounds consecutive at the very end of this half. Their first official. We have no idea what to expect from their T side.
No idea, Jerry. No idea.
No clue. Complexity goes silent. One of the more passive looks we've had out of them throughout this half. It's been pretty lickety split.
They want the push, but Eternal Fire just don't really do it.
Yeah, I think with Woxic on this line.
Yeah. Safe info.
Smoke goes out. He started to activate. Now he's peeling back towards the A site. We do still have a T-Con player elsewhere. And Nyx denied. Nice double kill here from Jota. Halzerk's Tech 9 hits the ground, and JT's flank, unfortunately. We've already seen the value in that. He was able to get a kill in Z when the retake was going in a previous round, and that helped Complexity win out. But you just look a little disjointed when you arrive this late and your other teammates net nothing. So 2 to start the half, 2 to end the half. Eternal Fire better have a T-side up their sleeve, or we're going to need a third map here. They got their hands full, that's for sure. Complexity offering a fight, Mohan, and it's nice to see as they come into their map pick versus Eternal Fire, who have shown us great things as of late. Either Eternal Fire's train isn't yet up to par, or Complexity have shown stark improvements since their loss here versus Virtus Pro.
Yeah, and we'll definitely see two sides to this game plan for Complexity again. Even though they lost versus Virtus Pro, they got an even number of rounds in both halves. Whether or not Eternal Fire for T side, that's a total question, however. I wouldn't say the CT side was up there with some of the best debuts we've seen on Train. And with only 4 rounds versus a more experienced team who look very comfortable in aiming, I have my doubts. But this push will say a lot about the pistol, that's for sure. 2 spotted. This is what we kind of wanted to see from Eternal Fire. Look at these dualies shaking.
They're getting a little nervous. Grim, bloodlust. But he'll control it. 60 won't.
Uh-oh.
Takes a gush upside the head. They've got the support, of course, from the upper B ramp push. Love that.
Yeah. This is the kind of control that's been working really well for CTs around the world. But here, that gush, that player down. Ts are only interested in more duels, it looks like.
Yeah, they want to chase him. Nyx gets the fadeaway on Jota. Grim hanging on for dear life, and perfect peek back into it. Fake reload. Xantera is going to capitalize on that, and it's a 2 versus 4 to the 2 versus 3.
Try to use patience to stick around. Sometimes come off the clock. Smoke here on Woxic. The long-range P250, you know, Xantera's going to have fun on these angles.
Yeah, it's scary, huh? With Kevlar.
Oh, they just don't even... Ooh.
Nyx playing up dog. Nah.
It's not
On
even
plant.
aware that someone could be up there, I guess.
Oh! Woxic gonna post plant. Oh, boys, don't throw this. Woxic 2 kills deep already. Finds JT. Reloads clean. JT on the angle. Ready for the fight. Here's him coming. Takes to the high road. Woxic keeps his head down. Oh, this duel. Tantalizing. And he clutches out 1v3 through and through.
Oh, man. After seeing Xanteris run through oil and not realize somebody could be above him into Woxic into the 1-on-3, that's just an aim diff, dude. I mean, it's so well played by Woxic, but Complexity, you had all the tactics and the strategies and the setups and even some of the shots, but you still couldn't close this round. That's pretty rough to watch.
It's the one problem about having those upper angles. Anybody on the floor just can't get into those trades with you. Like JT running up on just a different elevation, you're so exposed. Meanwhile, if you don't hit the headshot, you're setting yourself up to falter. You'd think, of course, we're both on the trains. We've got him pinched, but Woxic. Of course, there is ample reason to believe in the CT side of Complexity. They showed us comfort here on Train. There's 0 game tape to know what Eternal Fire's T side will look like if you're Cole.
I'm guessing they're going to try to keep it simple by the way they approach that pistol round. Love to hear what map they were expecting.
Nothing disruptive being offered up by Complexity. Forced by, of course. Just going to play numbers strong inside of the B site where the full-blown hit comes in. Easy entries, huh? 3 headshots out for Eternal Fire, and this one's a wrap. So you go ahead, run for the hills, save your little MP9s. Hang on to them before they get nerfed.
I hope people still buy just as many.
Yeah, I mean...
The FAMAS, though, that also affects how many MP9s will be bought, regardless of the nerf.
I think it's just, with the T side having the Galil, the FAMAS should be viable.
Yeah.
At 10's viable, MP9's viable. Galil's viable, FAMAS is viable. AKs, M4s both have ops and scouts. You know, it just feels fairer.
Well, I think Valve's dream is to just have every gun be viable, ultimately. It's like, it's never been the case until CSGO where they started, you know, sort of buffing up all the guns to see if, you know, a lot of play rates on everything that can get used. It's never going to be the case, but
Can I give you an opinion and you just bounce off your reaction?
okay.
Shotguns are stupid.
Yeah, that's a bad opinion.
Sen bir sandviç atsan.
Wait, that's what you wanted me to do, right?
Yeah, well, I
That was
want
like my most visceral reaction.
Oh, okay. Was it your honest opinion?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. Good, that's what I wanted. I wanted your honest opinion.
Yeah. I mean,
Ooh, I told you.
Ow.
Hit him with the
That's true.
sideways finger guns.
True.
Add in that French pizzazz. They like that. That felt good. Careful. Eternal Fire gonna start having fun.
We're going to save the shotgun conversation because that was pretty exciting. Eternal Fire in this. They have Jota to thank for that round.
Trying to utilize these MP9s into the double T-con push. Well, Katie has been chucking that Molotov out into the corner behind the box, so we'll see if you can undo this setup. Yep. Has him on the fallback. Ooh, but he runs into the MP9s and Grim turns. Nerf incoming.
Why'd you say it like that?
Grim's dead.
Incoming, or just saw him pointing his finger up. You said that. Nerf incoming, brother.
Ooh. 60 on the flank. Would have loved to get away with a robbery on timing, but Nix straight to the head of Jota. Ooh, that hit Madger twice. Playing a dangerous game.
Can you?
No.
Bomb has been planted.
Are you sure?
No. Come on, Nix, what you got? Bullet to the back of the head, that's what. Eternal Fire within one. Making the most of that pistol and 2 rounds of conversion
Also,
points.
I would just like to say, when my visceral reaction, I just think shotguns are fun. That's pretty much
That's
it. So I guess if you don't think they're fun, I guess that makes sense. You think they ruin the game?
No, they don't ruin the game. They're just kind
Okay.
of stupid.
Do you think they could be balanced better, or they just don't really have a place in CS?
I just don't think they really have a place in CS. I'm a big shotgun player in other video games, but for
Yeah.
Counter-Strike, it's just always felt like
Oh, okay.
it's always felt like a
You think
game
it's
of
it's because of the movement? It doesn't feel right?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
I can get that, because Counter-Strike's very
Yeah.
stiff in the way that you can't like slide or anything like that, so...
why would I want a Nova when I have a 5.7?
Yeah, I guess that's true, too.
You know, but I guess that's
We
a balance.
got to keep the 5.7 conversation alive, though.
Now, if I
The
could
gun is busted.
put slugs in my shotgun,
Worms.
snails.
Shells. Oh, you're so silly. Okay, can Eternal Fire really just win a round straight up on a T rifle? That's the big question now.
That's why I'm
He
so.
suddenly looked awesome on the entries.
Yep.
Like SpongeBob with a headband on.
Up, dog.
Jacked up. Oh. Punish the push.
That's the thing, man. And when you go for a B push, like,
Yeah.
it can be so daunting. You hate playing with no info, especially when Eternal Fire have already shown us that they've got a capable B execute in their back pocket.
Yeah.
It's going to, I think, kind of force Nyx a little more forward as this half goes on. But in reality, they're just holding back. Bomb was inside.
good molly.
Molotov's going to disrupt this position from Grim. 60's able to return one, but he is in the open ground of this outer site. And so many eyes set on him. Scramble rotation now back for the Complexity players that are not near enough to deny this plant. And that, to me, is looking like a save.
Yeah, that is a good sign for Eternal Fire. That Molotov was absolutely perfect to Olaf, and Xanteris catching the B push and just barely outdueling the player outside. That's pretty much the two moments that bring this round to fruition for EF. Not an unwinnable spot for Complexity, but it does make you wonder now about this game. Felt like it was actually going to be a wrap.
Yeah, winning this round is important. A straight up gun round.
Yeah.
Still goofing through the first 3 because it felt like pistols and conversions, but Xanteris is starting to do what he does. Woxic's right there with him after that pistol 1v3.
Tamam aynen sen üste bak biz de ne double net yapalım Can.
And I do believe that Woxic and Xanteris on their best day are good enough to beat this version of Complexity.
If they got utility lineups, I can definitely believe in their T side. One thing Steele brought up is interesting about the map is like the plant is more like the plant outside is more unsafe than ever.
Okay.
So like when you had Old Train and you had to have IV control and then you could sort of peek the default plant, it was just easier to make sure no one could peek from Ivy than it is now because Icon. So like before, you'd get someone into old hell and just hold an angle, and then you know that the plant's safe. But now, Icon's so big and right in the middle. If you plant on the front of default, your head's like exposed before you plant from Z. You're exposed from the side from Icon if you plant on the side of the train. It's a lot more difficult now to do it. It's sort of like ancient A-site. Like you've got to have at least one smoke for sure.
Right.
Because it's going to be very hard to get Icon control as a T instead of just watching it like you would with Ivy.
I wonder if that's one of those things that as the evolution of train comes forward, they'll make easier because, you know, obviously the safety of bomb plants is something on Ancient that I think was worked on for quite some time. It was a matter of time before they focused in and made it better.
Yeah, A-site is still similar though on Ancient.
Yep.
But that is
well,
true.
barring the, I mean, remember when the doorway was right there from Jonah? That was the craziest thing. Your bomb site just had 2 gaps,
yeah, that's
2
true.
rooms of protection. Yeah. That temple change may have been my favorite change to Ancient over time.
Yeah. At first I was like, oh, I just gotta walk all the way around.
Oh, God.
But it's, yeah, might be better.
Speaking
when they
of
closed
train.
the window on Hut, I was like, no. Whoa. Cool.
Is that what it was like back when you were a kid, Launders?
I mean, literally.
You old fart.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Busted through it again. Look at all that util, man. Forward facing into the Pop Dog. We could be queuing up a Pop Dog fight. No challenge from behind T-Con. The numbers are strong in the Brown Halls.
As long as they got Grim jiggling the spot, there's actually only one in B.
Yeah, that's the
So
thing,
this is a perfect call, I think, for Eternal Fire. Sometimes you don't want to disrupt the defense, but look at the guns, man. They're all over the place. Nyx only has a Deagle down here.
Love that. Smoke grenade to drop inside of the Z rotate.
Wow.
Oh, just the Deagle, huh? Nice edge. Oh, double from Nyx.
That's amazing.
That's about as much as you could ask of a solo defender with a Deag. Grim is going to start to get active on the flank. It is currently being held by Madger, but Halzerk was able to get out with that off. And while the bomb is going to go down, there is pressure now. That's both the T's positions confirmed. And Halzerk on the prowl, still trying to hold them into this bomb site. Fire's going to fluster him a bit. Madger still looking to hold off on flank. He's taken a lot of damage from Sixy. And a missed op shot from Woxic puts him to another 1v3, but a double Deag out of Nyx to queue up Complexity's first CT round win.
Gotta love that he had that angle in his back pocket. Didn't move even after the second player couldn't find him. That was just amazing. Perfect crosshair placement. Made that look incredibly easy and hard to deal with. Pop, pop. This is where someone swings and they're like, where was he?
Yeah, that almost felt like a bit of like unfamiliarity there from Jota. Kind of like trying to jiggle into the different fights, but...
Yeah. That wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, of course. First official on train. Halzerk to top red, covering Grim, who wants some positioning in T-Con.
Now, this is something that they're just throwing in here, but again, something where I just feel like, okay, so here's the difference. This is lovely. So Halzerk is actually watching the cross, so Grim can decide when to activate instead of just swinging. Because if he gets spotted, then he's just eventually going to die. But as long as you've got this spot, you're in a good place. The weird part is they don't have pop control. The T's are coming in slowly. Okay, JT is now going to meet them, but the whole setup gets unraveled if JT dies.
Oh, you
now
can't be peeking that with a
Ball past
Molotov,
the
my
third.
friend. There goes the setup. Grim will still, luckily for Complexity, hang on to T-Con despite the lack of support offered by Halzerk. But do they just redirect to B?
Okay, Nyx, let's see it. Great angle last round. Now it's down to you again.
Thing is... Oh, timing's perfect. Another double headshot. Woxic, in anticipation of the rotation, holds the Z angle. Oh, and he's going to clip 60 out of the sky. A vicious shot off the ladder, it seemed.
What? He smoked.
Going to go for the evacuation protocols. Get out. And if Madger's able to lock them into the Z rotate,
It's a deep
That Molotov, he picked that up off Grim. Or that dead body of JT. And Woxic trades back. Tim versus Halzerk. Opper versus Opper. Fake plant. CT walks out, and he's ahead of the timing. Halzerk up above. Oh, way too easy. Woxic with 3 kills in the round, but Halzerk, the parting gift to close and post Complexity's 10th.
Yes, man. That was actually in the 1v1. I mean, he knew where Halzerk was rotating from, so even if he gets the kill early, that's one way to win. But afterwards, there's basically no way to win, you know? So I guess he could have peeked out and seen Halzerk a little sooner.
4 MAC-10s, what's happening?
Yeah, something quick, that's for sure. Especially when the only kit of utility is on the IGL.
Ooh, looks...
A mismade.
Looks like they're going
Smoke?
for Nyx.
Yeah, miss smoke.
Nyx has shown us a good variation in his setups. He's got a new position this time, too.
Looks like an awesome anchor.
Nyx is actually getting active in upper B. He's going to peek into 4 players, but he's got the range advantage, so those MAC-10s rattle some bullets off. Ooh, this is not going to be a comfortable round for the T's to get any kind of control anywhere on the map.
Does Madger have... Is that Pudbug, or does Madger actually have another smoke? He does, it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
So that's actually key. They could have thrown it down the ramp, but they don't. And there's a hard line from Halzerk on that lower ramp. So they know it's on an interplay, but they don't know if it will be eventually again.
There goes one smoke.
Yeah, I think... Oh!
60 might just trust that a little too much. He's going to come peek into it. A lot of MAC-10s ready, but good disengagement. Here's that flurry of footsteps charging for him. He's starting to miss shots. He gets damage in on Jota at least, but Grim gets bested. Nice timing for Madger to come out at a different angle, starting to wrap the site from 3 sides. Everybody finding heads turned from them. Nyx with another double. A Wicadia headshot out of nowhere, but man advantage in the post plant. Almost taken by that dangerous cross. Jota's going to be locked into the backside corner. Xantera's playing games on the ladder.
Get spotted?
I don't think so. And it looks like he'll be hidden from that Z walk-up. Uh-oh. Easy cleanup as Halzerk gets dropped. That can be an op saved by Xantera's. That is the MAC-10 around the world. Those MAC-10s were all up in Brown Halls when they got met by resistance, spotted, and it felt like, if anything, that's a mid-round adaptation that works out perfectly for Eternal Fire.
It's the longest rotation possible, so it's the one that Complexity are thinking about the least. With the amount of time it took to get there, they basically walked the whole way. You would start to think about it, and that's why you saw 60 molly it. But I'm not surprised it still caught them off guard a little bit. And I think 60 just ends up falling back and committing, and he could have just hit all his shots and it would be no big deal. But like so much rested on his one duel. He didn't fall back to a position where other people could help him frag. So yeah, that's where that round lived and died, really. I mean, it was just MAC-10s, but they were just voracious, ready to swing everything MAC-10s, and that's what they had to be scared about.
Nyx is looking to get active. Supported here by Halzerk.
You think he gets 2 this round as well?
I think Halzerk's going to peel a player off it, if anybody does. You know, we saw Eternal Fire go for the Woxic peak down and in, but... throwing that op up on B. Yeah, I think
It comes down to how you peek.
Shot, but that... Oh! 360!
No! Xanteras, welcome to FaZe.
I wouldn't complain. FaZe Xantera's submission.
Then we could get Complexity a liege.
Clip it and ship it. Oh my god. He got shit on.
Yeah, wow. That was so unreasonable.
JT backside. Xantera's incendiary. Oh, good cover out of Grim. Jota, though, finding Halzerk trying to jump into the site. You can see that scrambling off rotation. Team kill could help. Still a dire spot from JT, but the Molotovs aren't getting him out. Oh, I spoke too soon. They've got another one. So they layer the fire at his feet, and we are now looking at a tied game, barring a 61v3. But I mean, this crossfire is gnarly. Okay, Madra throwing caution to the wind and opening up the possibility of the retake. Gun's got to be reloaded. Doesn't have a kit. Doesn't have a hope. Will walk away for the save. Eternal Fire off of the Xantares whip around.
Yeah, I mean, you can analyze that round, or you can just queue up the Xantares special and understand why everything went wrong right there.
Was it a full 360, or was it a 180 back and
he
forth?
also did not just... He wide swung the op, which was the key part.
Yeah.
So it was like how you peek matters right there.
Yeah,
if you just
said
peek
that
into
perfect.
the op, all that happens is he gets opt and that round is over. So he goes wide enough to see
Take a close
to
look.
ISO the duel, and he doesn't even know the guy's peeking him. He pulls out his nade.
Let's take a good hard look at what he got up to. No? Okay.
I know.
İki tane kapalı.
That wasn't as good as he thought.
Ne kapalı?
I can see Nyx's reaction at least. You know that one's going to leave a sting.
Yeah, because he has been so consistent. Oh my God.
180.
It was better than we thought.
The 180. 360.
It was just two 180s in a row.
Quick math. And then first bullet too, eh?
Yeah, had to be.
Ooh.
Had to be the first bullet too.
Bada boom.
Oh, for 10 rounds.
Oof. For another comeback.
And another save. Got the 60 rifles from last round. That's it.
Grim's MP9. Can it make a difference? 60 looking to get up, in, through Pop Dog Xantares. It's a back turned.
He's out of vision.
But Jota's coming down, and Jota's going to hold this push. He loses the duel. 60's M4 has been found out. They know it's not him. Here comes the crunch. It's no follow-up frag. Good positioning, good call, but obviously you'd think it's a vacant outer sight. And Grim, where are you going?
I mean, they just know there's so many people there. Of course they're going to try that.
60 tries to throw himself through the fire to keep that momentum rolling, but it's a fast enough reaction from Eternal Fire to capitalize on what was a great start from Cole. Oh, and it's not over.
Man, that deagle.
It is a nasty one.
Oh. Don't give him another chance. Nyx upgrades to an AK. Or is it an upgrade? Let's find out. It's Deagle's incredible. 12 health on Halzerk.
It is bite with bark, but Woxic's op locks him in. And Halzerk, with that AK-47 and money not in the best of states, is going to have to let this go. Eternal Fire, after an 8-4 first half, are in the lead.
Shocking. Even with how the pistol went, it was like, oh, complexity. They look like they're going to have better setups, find better openings, and they had the aim coming out of the first half. But
Dude, Woxic 1 versus 3 in the second pistol.
Yeah.
That's what set Eternal Fire up for their first 4-round streak.
right.
And 60 did a great job getting in on this engagement. You could see Xantares realizing that that first kill wasn't the guy that revealed themselves. The perfectly timed ramp push to come up with it. And Woxic just keeps racking up shots at the moment. So we are 22 rounds deep on map 2 of this series. The comebacks that Eternal Fire has had to put forth since the start of this year, daunting. But the more you pull off, the easier it becomes to believe in that incredibly important X factor that is a part of every great comeback you can think of.
Great point. It's all improving, how firmly they are in Tier 1, how many top teams they can beat, how many comebacks they can put together. It all matters for their confidence going into the big tournaments like this one right here. So,
Nyx going for the heaven hold.
yeah, last time they kind of just forgot about this position.
Yes, very true. But without finding contact anywhere else, you can see Xantares locked in on that position.
Look at him.
Very wary of it being a possibility and utility to try to stave off rotations. Woxic, first blood on the round in the post plant.
See how hard it is to get into the round once you stop holding?
Yeah, very true. But dude, Woxic just kind of forgets about it. Leaves himself open to the peak, and now the retake feeling on. Jota going to be concerned about that heaven position. It obviously opens a door for the rotate to come out from spawn, but here we go, back and forth. CT's coming out with frags. It's a man advantage, and the Z hold, Major trying to chase it down. Zanteres holding on the smoke, the bomb right in front of him. And Nyx, he's lost track of his opponent's time on their side. Eternal Fire with 12.
Oof, these guys are too hard, man. You can't get them down. That was another round with a lot of close moments. Kills that Complexity could have gotten, but Eternal Fire's player is just a little bit more sharp. I mean, this is also a moment where Nyx is holding back more passive, and if you aren't like holding as they come down the ramp, then it's again hard to find a way back into the round. But he picks off Woxic, but it's only after Woxic gets a kill. It looks like he probably could have found that opportunity a little bit earlier. That's hard to say. It feels like because anybody on the team right now, Nyx has been the most consistent across both halves. But yeah, consistent interplay is definitely necessary here.
Man, I was really cheering for Nyx as this second half got going.
Had some great moments for sure.
Really did. Huge uptick.
I mean, dying
as well.
to Zanteres like that, it's like, oh,
Yeah,
that's just.
I mean, he had a rough go of it back on map 1 alongside the rest of Complexity, but this is a huge individual level, at least for him. And I think it really is a testament, you know, not to throw out the excuses, but JT in the pregame interview, we've got 2 rookies in terms of international Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
You know, this is an in-progress project, and Nyx shows promise versus a very hot Eternal Fire at the moment.
Yeah.
Now, this game ain't over, but Hulzerk taken down to 18 HP. In the Battle of the Oppers from T-Con. That Woxic Zanteres combo lighten up the charts. Good setup though, Hulzerk. Oh, last time Zanteres went for the wide swing. This time he gives him the jiggle. Keeps it fresh, but Hulzerk comes in with the trade frag. It's a silver lining for a setup that then lets Nyx go on his own.
They can keep this alive. But the mid-round calls from Major have been so solid.
Very true.
It's consistently caught them off guard, and them being Complexity. Nyx will go back to get closer to Z, which is a totally reasonable thing to do, especially with their smoke coming up like this. But I don't think Eternal Fire are going to be scared of it. Nyx is, yeah, he's of two minds trying to figure out if he should commit or not, and I think he's got the better sense taking over now. Let's see if he can have a moment. They're going to come out upper versus him.
No Zanteres to rip heads off. Nyx, beautiful off angle. Element of surprise, and he turns.
Wow.
This is another moment where he has held back Eternal Fire. We have seen the clutches come out from Woxic. Bomb plant could be valuable. 15 on the clock. Beautiful track.
Unreal.
Spam down by 60 on rotation. Take a bow, Nyx.
Love that he gets at least the last sort of word here, even though there's a chance to even win this game if they come back into overtime. But a few disasters will not make him play worse. Nyx has had such a solid series overall, just from the perspective of aim. A lot of these positions, they have no idea when he's coming to stand in them. And this is even a moment where he could have been a rotator. He could have been in Z, playing a 50-50, and instead decided to commit properly, and it paid off for Complexity.
Best individual element of Complexity's game this evening has been Nyx on this B site. And he's been doing it solo pretty often. I think Eternal Fire have done a good job of kind of guising their approaches. Is that another missed smoke?
That was
It's good. It's just a little off on the map.
Yeah. Nyx will preempt that. We're getting the search out of Grim into T-Con. He's not going to go super deep here, but
It's that same T-Con
does
setup
lock
with
him up.
Hulzerk on red, you know? Utility comes over.
full
the top.
exact coming Nyx.
Yeah, one of the Molotovs landed on Nyx's position. He had opted to kind of hold behind Thomas, but gets burned out. Oh! Beautiful kill on Zanteres, dude. He's doing it again. He's besting Zanteres with Kadia alive and kicking, and Hulzerk's rotation already out from Z.
Oh, what a spot. They've never actually pushed this close.
Dude, Jota down beneath them like this, gonna be able to call that rotate. Woxic burned out at the perfect moment. Nyx catching Major's huge. You'd think that would cue up a perfect distraction from Jota, but now he's off the bomb site. He's been found out and dealt with.
Oh.
Complexity Complexity push us to overtime.
Yes, let's go. We love to see that. Complexity will make this go post-regulation. Nix gets another kill on the hold. I think he was half worried about being in a spot where he can't protect the site safely, but still wants to change it up. I think it's really difficult when you've got new looks coming at you on a brand new map. You're trying to have more spots and a deep enough playbook as a solo inner anchor, and he's been doing a bang-up job, man. You know, you might have 3 spots you love that work for you. You're going to play them over and over again. And if someone keeps hammering your site and it's, you know, it's a tier 1 team coming at you like Eternal Fire, it can be very, very hard to keep that consistent. But he's found a way. And now Halzer can come in to supplant his position as well. This is also key. It's having help, not just doing everything by yourself.
Yeah, we've seen that change that up. Sometimes Halzerk in the pop dog peak, sometimes Halzerk down on the B ramp. JT puts an incendiary. Oh, it's perfectly timed.
Ouch.
Perfectly timed.
Wow.
And I criticize for JT trying to get that nade off in another round, but now we see its value when it works. Disruptive. Ooh, and then Woxic, we don't catch it, but walks into that angle Halzerk's been waiting on this entire round. Eternal Fire had some phenomenal mid-round T calls that net them wins in regulation, but as the half went on, we see this resurgence from Complexity.
Halzerk's got the perfect angle for this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jumps the gun a bit, but
It's jiggled a little bit. Won't be able to get back up the ladder. Oh, and he dies too?
with the bomb plant, dude. Madger just pushed with the bomb for that.
My goodness. Planning on the outside of the site. Oh my god.
That's such an all-in decision. Like, if he dies there, Wikadia's got nothing. Madger, you have put your team in a post plant. Can he hang on for dear life?
Scaling up the side of the site. 60's surely going to get that.
Good. Finds his head over top of it. Wicadia hoping for the flank, but now you've just got JT locking you into the ramp. Nice spray control. Ooh, hold on.
Oh my
Not
God.
done. Wicadia, here's that defuse. Grim on it, all the way. And he
got
gets
it.
Complexity off the defuse.
He had to stick it. Timing that a little too late.
Skin of his teeth.
Wow, that was nearly the 1v3. Nice try. Can't believe he got that second kill. Oof, that was scary, scary moment here for Complexity. Not 1v3s this game, though. Opening setup is just wonderful out of Complexity. Maybe they can make it happen.
Play. RDO T-Con, you've got a pack of players backside. Ooh, ugly spray. Xantares will finish what Madger started. Grim comes in with his nades to the backside. Push out from Icon, hanging on until they falter. That's an E-box wall bang, finished by Halzerk, and Nix hot on the heels. You thought the tempo, this change of pace would net them something, but Woxic just got vision of the rotate, made on his head. Clearly both teams know, and the bomb is Woxic's for the taking.
Yeah, he's got to go grab it. He might have left T-Con anyway, and he won't be hurt on this rotation running. That's actually quite smart from Woxic. I think he's moved quickly enough that someone will expose themselves by accident, and they're starting to think it could be an inner rotation. 60's been very careful so far. He's watching, and it looks like there's no chance he backs up into this.
And Nix exits.
But this does open a route to the plant.
Man, it feels like he's lost some of that timing. He's wary that they would have fallen back into Ivy, but the longer Woxic takes...
This would be an insane clear for Woxic, because some people have been jumping up inside of T-Con, and Nix falls off of it. The upper push is not quite there yet, so they actually still don't know if it's inner.
Just curious. Obviously, Nix, you'd think, doesn't play it without his teammate, but it's a long road for Halzerk to come and join him on A. Positioning confirmed. Woxic gonna push the Z-smoke around
that's
the
ridiculous.
CT. Now he's gonna hear this push. Halzerk's gonna die because he hears that movement. Woxic has slipped the smoke.
Nick should just run back, surely.
He's gonna try to keep the element of surprise. Woxic obviously knows of the position, and then he throws it a little too deep. So Nix has gotten out, and as Nix gets out, he is on the brink of a 29th frag. Woxic back around. Oh my God.
He has no idea. How's he going to find him here?
Now he's going to come
Wait,
what?
Where are you going, Woxick?
Thinking CT? Brother, you can't get away with it all. Woxick returns and he closes.
Oh, he did that.
Crossing through Z-Smoke's egregious.
That he went from T-Con to get the bomb to Ivy, walked out to both inner, planted right in front of him. I would be furious if I was rotating from inner that round. And this is a round where Nyx could have actually just been holding the smoke, right? Oh, and he was kind of.
Whoop.
Oh my God.
Shoobity whoop. Give him the skibbity lip.
No way.
The Tech 9 taps on Halzerk.
No way.
Wow. Okay, if you're his teammate, if you're watching Woxick's POV and you are dead, at what point in that clutch attempt do you go, this guy, he's lost it?
If you're Woxick's teammate?
Yeah, watching that.
I would say when he was walking through CT spawn, I was like, this steak is burnt, my friend. It was perfect for a second.
Well done.
Yeah. But he set up every opportunity he possibly could. And he also had no idea where Nyx was.
No.
Never
true.
saw him.
True. That's crazy. That is insane. God, no round of Counter-Strike's the same.
That was fun to watch. Doesn't matter who's on complexity, you're going to have rounds like that. Just the most insane luck ever. But to be real, the way to 100% that situation is if Nyx waits until the very last second of the smoke, not peeking at all, and he just sees Woxick walking through. But, it's hard to blame him for not foreseeing that play.
A lot of utility burned early here for Complexity. JT starts to carve out a path to information with Nyx, and it's vacant. Smoke comes down, Halzerk peels back to the E-box. Molotov here for Grim, that ain't ideal. And Halzerk gets the shot off, but not the frag. Wakadia slides up along red, 60's got two. Halzerk's down after that point, and on the reload, Z is being held. JT fast out from Pop Dog, and not alone. He's got a teammate right with him. Pushing through smoke again is Woxick, but on this one is Wakadia, who gets found out. Nyx stuffed.
No way Woxick hit
Back
that.
to the clutch. It's a triple kill from 60. He is on the train and found out. Woxick with back-to-back clutches.
He's in demon mode right now. Woxick every shot and every clutch. Even the adjustment shot through the sandwich smoke player, like he's doing so good in the chaos, which is the Woxick that we know.
No.
It's after he picks us up. Holy. Crazy. Talk about Xantares a lot, but it used to be him and Woxick, and us waiting for them to eventually join forces.
Sure.
And just be the rifle op star player combo under Madger. We finally got it.
God, it's a thing of beauty, is it not? And I think what's really nice, you could talk about that star-studded duo, and then you slip in the likes of Wakadia.
Yeah.
Who in the last couple of years has really just burst onto the Turkish
They have
scene.
the perfect team.
Oh, yeah.
They have the perfect team.
The formula is in place, and the success is starting to be pieced together with it. This was a huge 8-4 lead for Complexity at the end of the first half. And you may have just tuned in for these back-to-back Woxick clutches. 1v3 in the second pistol to get this game started. Eternal Fire have a lead again. And Complexity back to the T side of overtime. Try to be disruptive up into T-Con. Wakadia finds corners clear. Grim's not far off. Looks like a B test about to be thrown out. And there is a stark contrast to be made between Jota and Nyx at the moment on this B site. Jota, I think, needs a little more support, a little more often, and that's why Woxick's here, ready to roll. ready to strike them down as they try to push from above. Easy first one. Halzerk returns. Jota not able to get that double as Halzerk looks to be the difference. Deep Molotov into Z, flushes them out. Halzerk goes for the repeat, and Wicadia gets the better of him, but it is the bomb to move back to A, and they will find this site open.
For now, but Xanteris is here holding the cross. JT puts a bullet between the eyes. Wicadia on 86 HP in a 1-on-2 situation.
Stomping, though, stomping. You'd think that would have been heard.
I don't know.
Grim didn't take a look at it. JT's going to back up. Oh, but he still finds another. So double kill JT after a slick Halzerk triple.
Yeah, okay, that was 3. Man, I was just about to bring up Halzerk, some of his misses. It's just, you're really seeing a contrast between him and Woxic this game. It was looking a lot better on map 1 for him, but those are some great shots.
JT serves up a close.
Full house between the old dogs of complexity to keep it tied.
Double up adaptation. Madger with the cannon in hand. Quick sprint over to Ivy. Wicadia opens up, and that's freed up Woxic to play Ivy with an off. Oh, and as he throws the smoke, confident for the repeat, shuts them down. Fast attempt down the ramp. Jota stuffs it. And so JT 1v5. It's looking like Eternal Fire have OT2 confirmed.
Yeah, shut down everything at the pass. They wanted a fast round, and they wanted it to be multifaceted, but not a single option has worked out. JT will also die. And that means this could end 16-14, but still, double overtime is entirely possible. We're on train. Nyx is having a fantastic game. Woxic has taken clearly to the top of the board. And I fear it's his X factor and his confidence right now. Like, look at a second swing.
Yeah.
That's going to make the difference.
It's his confidence, his X factor, and this 3-player core that is putting forth a game deserving of a win. You take that contrast. Yes, Nyx above and beyond, but the rest of complexity failing to keep up with him. Final attempt. They go 4 through the brown halls fast. And Jota climbing up that ladder to play on top of Blue Box. Variations in their setups.
Madger this time on the op.
Yeah, different angle as well. Woxic was playing a shallower angle in previous rounds.
Similar utility coming out. I think they want to run back what worked with Halzerk last time.
This smoke gets them into the corner, usually. Denies Madger his angle, spam onto the ramp. Fire damage is immense, but they do still find Jota. Maybe well worth it. Z rotate denied. Major's able to hold the line. Xanteris coming out from Z, and that's going to force Nyx to drop to site if they want to get that bomb back.
It's the exact same moment here where they take outside at the same moment, but will it be spotted here from Eternal Fighter, or will the timings go off in their head?
No! Up and down he slides. Nyx is able to connect to the headshot.
Ow.
Madger's position is scoped in. This is both T's known now. Eternal Fire.
Wait, if
Gotta be cautious. Madger's able to get the trade back, and then as he falls away, he has a 1v1 versus the top performing complexity player.
Madger had 9 kills before this round started, has finally picked up the op as a cameo. He's on 11 now in a 1-on-1. And we've got Nyx chasing ghosts.
Switch to the M4. We've seen Nyx able to anchor this bomb site. We've seen Nyx able to entry this bomb site. Nyx in a clutch.
Oh,
how about that?
Amazing.
Top to Thomas in a 1-tap. 15 all. OT2 queued up.
And that was awesome. I mean, he cleared out Cloud. He knew that no one was back there, and their only escape route was CT spawn. So where else would Madger have gone? Instead of going for that plant and trying to pull him out that way, took the fight early. I was thinking, man, Madger of all rounds. You know, we haven't seen him all game really fragging. He's been a great job calling, but to pick up the op 2K into a clutch, that'd be just too much.
Flashes over top. Ooh, here comes Complexity playing with pace. Little tempo sprinkled in. Previously in overtime, we saw this round get stuffed. Grim's going to catch the entry, and I feel like 60's position is going to catch somebody off guard, but will it catch them off guard while he still has teammates?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Locked in behind this train. Oh, no. Critical fight here in Pop Dog. Woxic, he's found one outer. 60 will catch somebody off, but kind of as alluded to, it is once his teammates die.
Just pushing every smoke now, huh?
While he's got the bomb, he falls back. Second player in Pop, but he didn't anticipate Joda.
I mean, it's a perfect swing from Joda to get that final trade. And right away into OT2, it's Eternal Fire to pick up a round. Extreme chaos outside as soon as 60 decides to walk through the sandwich smoke. And that's hints of Old Train with how crazy the outside execs can get. But the problem is, with the position that he scales to, you can't really fight Icon.
No.
You can't really move. Unless somebody comes up from the backup bomb train, you don't have a way to get into the round. So it's a great spot to be in for like later openings, but as you mentioned, you need your teammates to generate something first.
If the T's are able to hang on to Pop Dog, and you can very easily see somebody on bomb site gets caught up by that 60 position. Oh, Zantares.
That's a great spray.
Right?
For what it's worth.
That'll be 60 down. Double up inside of Pop Dog.
Oh, he's going to walk through it. But they're going to double walk through it. Wicadia gets spotted, maybe.
Woxic's able to hang on. He's not going to fall victim to those games. Grim dead. This off is just the burden of complexity at the moment. 17 secured by Eternal Fire as this defense hangs on strong.
He's hitting incredible shots. It's almost a waste of Woxic to have him on some kind of default line. Like, you almost want him just on always on an off angle, floating around, letting him walk with it. And in the wrong system, that doesn't work out. But Woxic, with the aim that he's got, it's perfectly comfortable. Just let him work, support him, swing with him.
Yeah. And let him get crazy, right? We've seen some crazy decisions from Woxic in mid-round moments, but you catch it having complexity off guard, double up onto the ramp. Oh, Nyx hanging on for dear life. And it's the double A1S spray back up, but bad fallback from Zantares. He gets caught in the doorway.
Man.
Awkward. And so the trade frag's theirs for the taking.
What's happening there? He's hitting every single arch and corner, wall.
Looking like Flubber.
Oh, yeah. A clean sweep of the T side in OT2 is on the line here. Complexity don't get it together. And Madra doesn't get spotted or heard.
Watch him flank this, right? Triple push down Pop Dog.
Woxic is going to be on full alert now. And his spot from Sandwich is so good for watching so many different positions. I love the positioning at the moment.
Utility comes out. Flash isn't going to find him. Oh, he even sees the jump out. Yeah. Fletch! Just a nice little adjustment. Wow. All that's demanded because Woxic is the line.
He's an animal.
Hangs on and shows no threat. That A site never looked like it was going to kneel at the hands of that split from Complexity because Woxic's confidence is boiling over and a sweep on the defense.
I'm saying, like, this sandwich spot is just so good in multiple situations. Defending T-Con, defending versus ladder. If you're on point as well, look at the openings you get. Such a high traffic position. He's hitting the hard shots and the easy ones. That's how you put together highlights like that. And Eternal Fire now on the precipice of just closing this out.
38-19 in overtime to 3 map and match points.
Yeah, this is a classic from Woxic.
We're on the brink of back-to-back comebacks, so to say. This one far more challenging than the first, but Eternal Fire's slow starts haven't held them back. We get the turn in from Zantares, 3 kills. There's just layers on this defense. Yeah. We had Murder Hole being held by Woxic. He punishes that upper peak, a multifaceted crunch offered up by Complexity, but it gets stuffed on the attempt, and now it's going to take something special here from Halzerk. 60 is nowhere to be found. There is nobody over on Ivy. It is Halzerk here and now, and he's been found out. Bomb basically uncontested as that incendiary bounces back. He'll try to open up the smoke to clip some wings, but this is a dire strait now for Halzerk and Complexity. 8-4 in the first half. They lose control of the game because Woxic took over, and Woxic is on the brink of finishing all of this. Halzerk will take him. Low health now, 23 HP, not enough, and Eternal Fire's resilience at the start of 2025 cannot be questioned. They can be contested, but victory yet again for this Turkish team. It just fits. Every piece fits. And when Woxic plays lights out like this, who's supposed to stop him?
Yeah, and he has like that superstar aura about him when he's